Well, Elle and I made it up north. We're up in Arch Cape now. We drove up from South Beach. Been here for a couple of days, and we switched from a campground full of families. Everybody that we were sort of in the group with were associated with my brother-in-law and my sister and the game Ultimate Frisbee. You know, it's like about a dozen families, moms, dads, and children, and it was they're amazing families. They just seemed to, the kids were just really good kids, and the moms and dads seemed to love each other and their kids. So it was quite an experience for me to see all that, and even all the other families, and not all of them, but the ones that I could see, that I crossed paths with. Other families seemed genuinely content. You know, maybe that has a lot to do with being on vacation, but sometimes that can also be stressful with multiple kids. And then to where I am now, I'm in my buddy's beach house in Arch Cape, and it's a pretty big beach house, and I'm just there with just me and Elle, me and my dog, and it's a challenge. It's been a bit of a challenge over the last couple days to look into that darkness of solitude, that aloneness, that loneliness. That's what I've been contemplating for the last few days, is aloneness versus loneliness. This whole journey is, I think the theme is fear, and I realized the other day that I'm afraid of loneliness, and also afraid of aloneness. Somehow the other day I just thought to myself, and I maybe even said out loud, I'm just broken, and I don't know exactly how to fix that. I'm working on that, but it feels like the only way that I am going to is in aloneness. I can't understand why, deep down inside, I feel like a good person, and somehow that brokenness just comes out, and it hurts me, and it hurts people. And I know that it's got to be in aloneness that it gets healed. So it's just interesting to be afraid of being alone, and knowing that in that aloneness is where I can heal. And so I've never really contemplated, I've thought about this a lot over the years, but I've never really contemplated it on this level before. And I guess I never had the tools to do it. I also was thinking the other day that if I have my health and financial means, which I have both of, then everything else should be in my head. I should be able to work through all those things that hurt me, that keep me from being happy. Switch them, flip them. I should be able to do that. And that's what I'm working on, and it's not easy. Those tools I just talked about are helping. Absolutely. And I just wonder if I could be a hermit on the top of a mountain and just sorting out the meaning of life. And if I could live with that, if I could be happy with that. Because right now I just feel like that's the most important thing, is to just find that eternal happiness, that enlightenment, rather than chasing relationships and trying to scare off loneliness. You know, and I'm not sure why I'm like that. Just the fear of abandonment, or the abandonment, not even the fear of it, creates that need for codependence. You know, and I just wonder if all the contemplating in the world will be enough, if it will heal. You know, and that's scary. It's really scary. I reconnected with the first girl I ever fell in love with in high school. We stayed in touch over the years, you know, and lost each other, and lost touch with each other, and then regathered in spirit over the phone. And she sent me amazing person, by the way, just doing divine work, divine human being with maybe the largest heart I know, one of the largest hearts. She's beyond her own needs. She's healing animals and people. At the end of her last email, there's a quote. It said, I think it said something like, "I have all the time in the world, but not enough time to be holy." And I think that really resonated with me.